welcome to the Gram Fam. We are the Gram Fam, coming July 2020. So we are starting a YouTube channel. Welcome. And so we wanted to put out this video to, one, introduce ourselves to those of you who don't know us in real life or from Instagram, and then give you some updates where we are wedding planning. So either an update or a intro to where we are wedding planning. So we're going to start with how we met, our long distance story, our now engagement story, and then we'll get into wedding stuff. So 4 categories. Hopefully it's not long. Rashad's gonna tell us how we met, and then I'll interject with the things that he
I got the best version of the story, so it doesn't really matter. Right?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So it's February 2016, I think. Yeah, February 2016. We're at a FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Athletes in Action has this big joint retreat for college students. They call it the Winter Blitz at the time. Sometimes I think this year we call it the Winter Blast. But anyway, a number of college students from the Southeast kind of go to this tournament, East Coast, go to this retreat. And you spend some time worshiping, you spend some time digging in the Word, spend some time playing sports. Just a great time to get away and to fellowship with other believers. Get there on that Friday, everything's kind of chill. I show up in some cut-off jean shorts with some bean boots.
It was bad.
Yeah, you saw me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you realize Did you realize who I was?
Yes. The thing
All
is,
eyes were on me.
we had both been to the same camp years before.
Yeah.
So like I had seen him before. I didn't know his name, but like he had talked to some people who went to my school. He's also like, Rashad is very much the life of the party. When you walk into a room, you know who he is. He is that kind of presence. So like I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But
she liked me is basically what she's trying to say. So anyway, I show up here on this Friday night. Nothing really happened Friday night, right? But Saturday, we had this big dodgeball tournament that day. And I was standing by one of my friends, Tyus. I was standing with Tyus.
What up, Tyus?
I was laughing and talking with him, and I was like, hey, I know you see that girl out there, man. Like, he was like, you think you gonna get her, bruh? And I was, talking trash, like, yeah, I probably will. I wasn't gonna say a word to you. I kind of thought you were kind of out of my league, to be honest, I guess. But anyway, I was like, yeah, whatever, just faking the funk. Had no intentions of talking to you. And then that night, they had a big bonfire. And at this bonfire, you get to get in this line, you get s'mores and pizza. I'm standing there chopping it up with some of my friends. Some of my friends are chopping it up with some of her friends. And she's walking around scavenging for s'mores and pizza.
Just the s'mores. I already had enough pizza.
Yeah.
But I wanted more s'mores because we can only get 2 each.
Yeah. Walks up to me and says, hey, can I have your s'mores? Or will you get in line to give me your s'mores or something like that? I don't remember what she asked. I just know my answer was no, right? Like, don't know this shit.
My first no of the night. I had gotten 6 s'mores up to this point.
Yeah, first no and first boyfriend of the night. But no, anyway, I was like, no. Then we kind of, I guess she was like devastated from the no. Didn't really feel like trying again. And she stood there and talked with me for like 45 minutes, right?
Yeah, you were standing by Allie, my friend from school. And Allie was like, oh yeah, this is Louise. Like, she was on the rowing team, then she played ice hockey.
Yeah.
And then I feel like we just started talking about playing sports.
Yeah, playing sports. Asked me why my head was bald because I was trying out for the Summer Guards at the time, laughing and talking about whatever. The conversation was great. I mean, it was an amazing conversation. And I'm realizing, right, I'm with Jalen Lampkin and Russell Hubbs, and I'm realizing that this conversation is good, and I kind of like this girl. And I didn't really know how to close on the conversation, I'm not gonna lie, right? I didn't really know how I was gonna close this conversation, plus get her number, whatever. And I was like, okay, just bail, right? Just let the conversation end good. So at least when you get her number tomorrow, you can go on tonight and strategize how you can get her number tomorrow, but just make sure you end this night right. So I'm like, you know what? It's cold.
And he kept saying that. So we're talking, and he's like, he would like get up. We're like sitting on the side on these like benches. And he would get up and go see his friends, like, hey buddies, it's cold, like, let's go. And I'm like, dang, I thought this was going good. Like, don't you want to hang out here? It was like every like 10 to 15 minutes, he'd be like checking with the boys to see if they were like ready to leave.
Yeah.
And so while I think we both thought the conversation was going well, I was like, he's trying to get out of this. Like, he needs a way out. Like, it's that bad? I don't know.
So anyway, they finally buy into me being cold, and we walk back to the cabins, and I'm like, yo, y'all think she likes me? And they're like, no, she definitely likes you, dog.
I promise you, I was not even thinking about him in that way after the conversation we had. I walked away thinking like, wow, that was a really refreshing conversation I had with a male as opposed to some like current conversations I was having with guys. What? But I wasn't like, oh my God, that's the one. Guys. I wasn't.
I believe you.
Not yet.
Yeah. So we're walking back, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, she definitely likes you. So I'm like, okay. I remember her saying she had to leave early the next morning. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for a run in the morning, and I know at the hour I'm running at, I'll definitely bump into them. Like if I work out for an hour and a half from 5 to 6:30, I'll definitely bump into them. They're not going to get up before 5. They're not going to be gone before 5. And later than 6:30, everybody else will be up. So somehow I'll see them. And I get up the next morning and I go to run, and I just cannot find her.
I don't think we were even awake yet.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But y'all left early.
We didn't leave early. I think we left at like 6.
Yeah. So anyway, I missed them, and I was like, dang, I missed my shot. Right. So I do the stalk the Instagram thing all the way back to Charleston, and
yeah, so I'm in the car getting like all these likes from this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, so he did like me? All right.
Yeah.
Also, I did pay attention to like, you like certain pictures. It wasn't just like a...
Yeah, I had to be strategic.
Yeah, it was very
But you
strategic.
just had some lame pictures up too, though. Like...
He still thinks my Instagram is kind of lame. So
yeah, some of the pictures were just
take that
lame.
with a grain of salt.
I mean, it was like a picture of a Starbucks cup, like, thank God for his many blessings. It was stuff like that. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that. But yeah, eventually it kind of reached out to Allie and was like, hey, I don't know who that girl was I was talking to, but, you know, it was kind of cool conversation. Can I get her number?
He also did this strategically the day after Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I couldn't, because it would have been too sketchy on Valentine's Day, right? I didn't want to be too, you know. But, and then boom, we kind of got on the phone, text, talk, FaceTime a little bit. And then 3 months later, me and Juwan drove to Virginia. The day before I'm going to see her in Virginia to ask her to be my girlfriend, right? I plan to go on a Saturday, I think we came up. Mm-hmm. I plan to go to Virginia on Saturday to ask her in person, hey, would you be my girlfriend? Trying to be a gentleman. And she says to me the night before,
I don't think it was
to
the night
ruin
before.
all of my surprises,
I think it was
she says,
like a week before.
No, it was the night before.
I don't think it was.
I'm almost convinced. Because you said, so what are we?
No. I think we talked about this like a few days.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, basically I was like, so.
You ruined my plan.
You still got to ask.
Yeah, but it still wasn't like I wanted.
It wasn't a surprise. Like, I knew you were going to do it. I guess.
But it was still going to be cool that we hadn't talked about it. You were just supposed to play it off. But that's how the happily ever after started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, that was April 22nd, we started dating. And then we were long distance. I remember, I think this is before that you asked me to be your girlfriend officially, but in that like 3 months that we were talking, courting, LOL, I Googled how far Charleston was from Charlottesville, Virginia. I was walking down steps and I just kind of like froze in the middle of the staircase, and I was like, oh, okay. But also in my head, I was like, oof, I'm already too deep in. Like, this is not like a deal breaker anymore. This is just my life now. But I was like, whoa, okay. So we have never lived in the same state, the same city, anything.
Yeah.
I went to school in Virginia. Rashawn went to school in South Carolina. It's about a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, at least a lot. That's how long it is.
It has varied as we have gotten older and moved. But yeah, it's about an average of 7 hours. And we have never flown, paid for a plane ticket. We always drive. And just, I don't know. It's just our life. And people ask us all the time, like, what is long distance like? How do y'all do it?
It sucks.
It does suck. But it would suck a lot worse if I didn't trust you and have like my utmost respect for you.
Yeah.
And like really, really love you.
Yeah.
And like,
and it still sucks.
What's the alternative? You either live far away and like struggle through that, or you just don't have that person.
Yeah.
So, you know. So we struggling, but we still got each other.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So fast forward, we graduate, we get jobs. He's still in South Carolina. I moved to DC, which is still averaging about the same amount of distance. I just deal with DC traffic on my way out. It's bad. And so
Listen, one time I was in DC and I was 6 miles away from her, and it said it would take 56 minutes. I could have ran there and got there faster than that. 56 minutes. I just wanted to make note of that.
yeah, that's why you don't leave your house.
Yeah,
So
DC traffic is the devil. That's what it is.
Okay, all right. So we've been dating for a total of 3.5 years. It'll be 4 in April. This past July, I don't know where I'm going with this engagement. This past July, we get engaged.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There it is. Which was super exciting, but also, I mean, I was excited. I did not know his plan. I'm happy that I was surprised in the fact that like I didn't know when it was coming, but we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a planner. We had a timeline. We knew. The world knew it was coming. It was not a like, oh, look at them.
Yeah, the pressure was on. People were commenting on like Facebook posts.
People have
like,
been commenting for like years.
yeah, like what are you waiting on?
And I'm like, guys, we have a plan. Like, I need to graduate with my master's first.
Yeah.
We need to do all this stuff. But time came, July 13th, we got engaged in Georgetown in the park. It was lovely. The ring of my dreams, man of my dreams, all great. So we're engaged. Now, like I said, I'm a planner. I started our guest list the summer of 2017. Like I got Google Docs proof.
Yeah.
Like for real. So a lot of this wedding has been quote unquote pre-planned. So what I've been doing is just kind of executing the plans I had already had in order, which has made my life easy in the fact that I did a lot of stuff in a month. I wanted to get as much done before I went back to teaching. I'm a first grade teacher, in August. So that's where we are now. We are wedding planning. We have about 6 months left, 194 days. And so now we can share about our wedding.
Boom.
Where are we getting married, Rashad?
In what's the name of the city? Taylor's, South Carolina.
Which is like,
Boom.
we're getting married in Greenville.
Sorry, all my people from Taylor's. I apologize, grouping y'all in Greenville, but that's how we know it. It's Greenville.
Yeah, we're getting married in Greenville. We chose that spot for a lot of different reasons, but neither of us have lived there. We have good friends there. It kind of sort of made sense for our circumstances, but that's that. The venue is beautiful. We toured about 2. I had a list of 3 or 4 that I was looking into. One thing that we had to pay attention to was 1, how many people they can accommodate, because we have a rather large guest list. 2, price, obviously. And then like details of dates that are open. And also thinking about a lot of our families are going to be coming in from out of town. So what's going to be practical for them as far as like hotels, access to airports, transportation, that kind of thing. So where we are in Greenville makes the most sense for us. It's pretty close to just city life. It's not too far out. People should be able to get there decently, okay? There's also a parking lot. Like, that's a small thing, but
Matters.
it matters, yeah. People don't have
Another
to,
venue that we wanted didn't allow that.
yeah, it was, yeah, different rules.
Yeah.
So that is like something to pay attention to. I love our venue. I will input a video of it in this middle right here. It is all white and gorgeous. We're getting married indoors because it's gonna be July and I am not gonna be sweating out there. I'm also not gonna ask my guests to sit out there in the heat of South Carolina.
Yeah,
Like,
South Carolina heat, something
I
serious.
know. That just seems like an additional layer of stress that I don't need. And the inside is just as gorgeous as the outside is, which was important to me just in case, if I did choose to do an outside wedding, I wanted my backup plan to be just as exciting as plan A. So that's the venue. Food is taken care of. We're doing brunch. Really excited about that. Photography was like after the venue and such was like, I need one person. And this one person is Kylie Lauren Photography. I have been following her on Instagram. I have been watching her work. And I said, this is the only one who will photograph my wedding. And I'm just so thankful that it worked out. She is great. Her work is great. I'm gonna link all her stuff here. Use her. What I'm working on now is not a lot, honestly. Everyone who has to be there on the day has already been contacted and scheduled. So now it's a lot of decorations. I have my dress, I have my shoes. I just got those in. I will put them here.
I saw the dress.
He keeps saying this to get a riot out of people. He has not seen the dress.
It was in her phone. I looked.
He has not seen it.
She texted it to my mom, and I looked in the text.
No, these are stories he's telling himself.
I looked at it.
He has not seen it. Okay,
I can tell you all
I'm
about it
gonna
right
keep
now.
talking.
It's
and
white.
You. Anyways,
I saw the dress.
yeah, decorations. Over Black Friday, I ordered 240 napkins, which are now sitting in my room. Bridesmaid dresses, we're doing a variation of 3 colors, which makes me a little nervous, but I also like have a vision. I just hope it comes together. So it's gonna be these 3 colors that will, I'm gonna get that, alternate, you know, as I stand up there. So with this, it's been a little tricky trying to find groomsmen ties. You think it matches enough?
Yeah, it's all right.
Put it next
I
to
don't
it.
think it's worth, firing right now.
I think it matches that well. That looks good. Put the jacket by it.
Definitely go to the jacket.
Are there any more that could be an option?
Which one you like, brother?
I think the dots are kind of cute. You still want everyone else to wear suspenders or no?
No.
Just you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a minute. I'm wearing my fun shoes today. Whenever I wear these at school, the kids are like, twins, Miss Dowdy, I have those shoes at home. I love them. So I made these earrings. I'm really proud of them. So as you can see, we have 3 bridesmaid dresses. So we're trying to figure out what we match the guys' ties to. And honestly, this is not a piece that I'm like that stressed about. Like, it's gonna look fine. But I think this is the color we're gonna work from. We'll see. We're in Dillard right now. We're gonna look around. Rashad's on the phone, like always. And the hunt continues. Kind of like this one, but it might be too much as far as print goes. What's that one behind there? That's a lot in here. That's good. It's like the other one you pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
That print was different. That'd be good. Ooh.
You like it?
I think I like it. That's the one we looked at over there.
That's not the same time.
I mean, I like this. I don't know if I'm gonna like it with the dresses.
Okay.
It's hard. Everything looks good against the navy. What do you think?
This goes way better than you think.
Yeah, it kind of does. But it's kind of scary. There'll be a big jump to do that.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Something about that green, man. I like it. This goes with socks, too.
I can see the socks.
Yes, it will.
I don't know, man.
You don't have to make a decision now. I think it should be taken down and kind of...
Yeah, let's take a picture of it so we can find it later. All right.
J. Farrar.
What do you think?
So we went with that navy blue, baby blue Citadel colors, and it is a little tough, but I think we found some things that aren't like the exact colors of these, but it still looks very good with these. So
yeah, I know that like everything is not going to be the perfect shade of blue, and I'm cool with that because there's nowhere in the wedding where things are like touching and overlapping, next to each other. I think it will look cohesive and together in the room, but I'm not worried about it being like, does this match kind of thing. So we went to the mall today, found some good options. We're gonna look at them online to see if we can, you know, get 10 of them for the groomsmen. But yeah, man, that's what we're working on. Small things here and there, no big stuff really. People keep asking me, how's wedding planning going? And I'm like, I'm not really doing much, honestly. I have like check-in meetings with different vendors in February. I need to order our flowers in January, but it's really just little stuff here and there. So it's going well. That's why I haven't like written a blog post, really done much because there's not much to share. Yeah, man. You got anything else?
nothing else.
Whew. Well, I kind of like started babbling there at the end. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching our first video of
The Graham Fam.
Graham Fam. It's been really nice hearing people excited for our channel. I've gotten lots of yes, yes. Oh my gosh,
some of my
so
students.
excited. Yeah. Some of Rashad's old students. Like, it's encouraging. So I hope y'all enjoy this video and the ones to come. We have been like filming ahead so that even when we are not together, there is still some kind of content going out to y'all. So I'm trying to be proactive. We'll see how long that lasts, but here we are for now. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye.
All right, y'all.